Boxing fans, this is Jason Lloyd here with 10 Count Boxing News, coming at you with some great news. Okay folks, boxing fans, we got Triple G versus Chris Eubank Jr. Okay, shortly after Chris Eubank Jr. victory over Marcus Morrison, Chris Eubanks calls out Triple G and also Jermall Charlo, and he says he's coming for all the top dogs in the middleweight division. Okay, Eubanks Jr. has a brand new trainer, none other than the legendary himself, Roy Jones Jr. baby. Woo! We all know who Roy is. We all know that he's one of the greatest guys to ever put on the boxing gloves in the history of boxing. Okay, so Roy Jones is taking an already good fighter and he's polishing him up and showing him a thing or two, and he's all up in his ear, and he's fine-tuning Chris Eubank Jr. and that's giving him the confidence that he needs to move on to that next level and try to go after some of them titles, because we see that currently Charlo is kind of just rolling idle. We also see that Triple G hasn't really booked a fight yet, and you know, Eubanks is like, dude, I'm ready. I'm concentrated on Triple G and Triple G alone. He wants that smoke. He wants to make this happen. So that's a shout out to Chris. That's some fantastic news. If we want to see some good fights in the ring, I think that that Chris could give Triple G a lot of problems. But we know that Triple G is no walk in the park for anybody. I don't care if you're Canelo. I don't care if you're Charlo or who is going to fight Triple G. He's going to give everybody problems, and he's still very, very competitive. Okay. Now, the cool thing about Chris Eubank Jr. is he has a similar body shape to Roy Jones, and Roy knows how to work with that strength and his you know, weaknesses, stomach, abs, all this stuff like that. He can show him how to capitalize with the different movement, and you know, teach him, you know, how to move, irky jerky, shaking, and you know, popping off the jab, all those cool things that Roy Jones. He said, you know, he's not expecting him to be Roy, but he's going to take what he's got, polish that up, and make a great fighter out of him, which he already is. So shout out to, again, Chris Eubank Jr. For that great victory the other night against Marcus Morrison, and also shout out to Roy Jones Jr. for doing that super training. So with all that said, we know that Triple G is one of the baddest dudes to ever put them boxing gloves on. I mean, he's such a tough dude. It's going to be great to see him in the ring. He's going to also be putting up a couple titles on the line if that job gets booked. Okay, it would be for the IBF and the IBO middleweight championship of the world. And I'm saying that with the conditioning of Eubanks and with Roy in his corner, okay, I would say I would give that a 50-50 fight. I don't see a way that Eubanks can KO Triple G. I don't think anybody can do that right now, but I do see a possible points decision victory, possibly. Like I'm saying, it's a 50-50, but you know, Triple is always tough as nails. He's always going to give it 110%. His conditioning is always top notch. He can always go 12 rounds, and he also always has that power too. So Eubanks is definitely going to have to watch out for that power, because Triple G has still got those hands, and he can still knock people out at any given second. So I'm hoping and praying that Triple G accepts this fight, and this will be a great, great matchup. If for some miracle Eubanks is able to get the upset on this fight and beat Triple G, look out for later this year a possible Charlo versus Eubanks Jr. matchup, which would also be fantastic for a unification match. Because I'm telling you, in these divisions lately, these belts have been on lockdown. And shout out to Canelo Alvarez for moving up to the super middleweight and taking on all these dudes and rounding up those belts. And we need more champs that are just willing to fight everybody 4 or 5 times a year, instead of just being on lockdown now, you know what I mean? So I'm sure you guys all agree with that. So with that said, we'll go over the tail of the tape on Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. He is currently 41-1 with 36 KOs, okay? He's 39 years old. He has a 70-inch reach, and he is obviously fighting at the 160-pound limit. And he's from Kazakhstan, or Kazakhstan. Sorry about the language, but okay. So tough fighter. Triple G is the man, okay? And he's still got a couple more years in him, and I give him all the credit in the world. I do believe that Canelo kind of slowed him down a little bit as far as, you know, maybe with the confidence, but he did go and grab a couple of more belts, and he's back, but he definitely needs to get back in that ring and defend some of those titles, and even try to go collect a couple more. And just remember, dude, you're freaking Triple G, man. You know, you are Triple G, dog. Get back there in the ring and crack some skulls. Come on. All right, with that said, we got Chris Eubank Jr. He is 30-2 with 22 KOs, okay? He is 5'11". He has a 72.5-inch reach. So Chris has just a little bit slight advantage over Triple G there. I think that Triple is either 5'11" or 6 foot. I forgot to put that down. Sorry about that. But anyways, Chris is 31 years old, so he's in his prime right now, and he is from the UK, United Kingdom. And with all that said, if y'all ain't liked and subscribed to this channel to get that fresh boxing news and that boxing talk, hit that button down there. I appreciate it, man. We're giving these bad boys away as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, all right? This is a little channel, but we got a lot of love for you out there, guys. So we're going to be sending these anywhere in the world to one of the lucky subscribers. So with that said, this is Jason Lloyd here with 10 Count Boxing News. And remember, after the 10 count, you out, suckers! Peace!
Boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans, boxing fans. And remember,